first of all, I'd like to ask you the question that's on everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Why the name Suprima S?
Okay, Suprima S coming from the root word supreme. Supreme actually means superiority, and superiority actually in the certain aspects that actually we like to showcase to our customers, where that gonna be our USP, unique selling propositions.
I see.
Different model has different proposition and different segmentation and different purpose. So it's good to have actually different name for different purpose.
Dato, the new car is slightly heavier than the Privé. How would you explain that?
Okay, the way we compare Suprema S, we compare against the benchmark model or the competitors within the hatchback segment. So we know that actually in this segment, actually the other models, so the weight that we are having actually is quite comparable with the weight that actually other models are having.
So coming back to your earlier statement about it being a completely new model, a lot of people out there will be expecting this new car to be the hatchback version of the Privé. What are your thoughts on that? How are you going to remedy this, perhaps?
Okay. So this is actually is not the hatchback version of Privé. This is actually the hatchback model for hatchback segment.
I see.
And then where actually it has benchmark model, it has competitors within the hatchback. And we know that actually hatchback segment is a growing segment in Malaysia and in other parts of the world. So this actually what we are aiming for. Actually the model for hatchback segment, and therefore it's a hatchback model with specific hatchback name.
I see. The S suffix in the Suprima, Dato. Does that mean that there will be future models with the Suprima name, perhaps a GTI or an R3 version?
Okay.
In the future?
In Proton, we have the R3 division, where that is the sport line of our segment, where normally the rest actually will be on the standard line or the commercial line. R3 actually has been designed to go for sporty or sport division of Proton product line. So currently we have the R3 Neo, then actually inshallah coming soon the R3 Privé.
I see.
Then I think soon to be would have actually the R3 Suprema S.
I see.
Yeah.
And I've also noticed that the big turbo badge has replaced the CFE badge at the back.
Yes.
Could you explain why this is so, Dato?
I think that's quite obvious. Turbo is quite popular and it's quite obvious to everybody as compared to SFE. Proton need to adopt or to adapt to the international standard or to international term. So which I think Turbo actually reflects that.
It's better, yeah?
Yes.
And are we expecting perhaps a high performance manual version in the pipeline very soon?
Well, you can see that.
I see. And coming back to what are your export expectations for the car? Is perhaps a hatchback model now a much easier car to break Europe and England perhaps?
Yeah, certainly, because hatchback segment is quite popular in the rest of the world, especially the developed markets. So the way we do for the Suprema S, that actually we go with international, meeting the international standards and international regulation. That's why the Suprema S actually conform to the ECE, the European regulation, and also conform to the ADR, which is actually Australian regulation, and also the 5-star NCAP of Australia.
I see.
Yeah. So the target is actually immediately after we launch in the domestic, we should be going to the export, starting with the ASEAN countries, as well as Australia, UK, and even South Africa.
I see.
Yes.